What's up? This Chug Rock. You know, I want to talk about this show that came on Nickelodeon back in the day, in the 90s, you heard me? You know, my era, my generation, you know, called All That, you know. Many of y'all familiar with this show that's born in the 90s, I know, and I would like to talk about this show, you know. This show, I believe, is underrated when it comes to being talked about. You heard me? I don't hear nobody talking about this show. You heard me like that? But I'm gonna talk about it. All That, ain't gonna lie, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, you heard me? I enjoyed watching it. It was very entertaining. You know, All That was the shit back in the day. You heard me? You know, like for real. I like All That. You know, as a kid, as a child growing up. You heard me? You know, and you know, I miss those times. You know, well, I remember those times where I used to sit down and watch this show. You heard me? You know, you heard me. You know what I'm saying? This show was off the chain. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, you heard me. All That, you know, I believe a lot of people liked this show. You heard me? It was nothing boring about this show. You know, it was a good TV show for kids, you know, to watch. You know what I'm saying? And it could be for adults. You heard me? You know, no, it was a family friendly TV show. You heard me? But mainly for kids to watch. You know what I'm saying? You heard me? Y'all be cool.